Hi there, my name is Fiona Chandler, and I was associated with the Young Agripreneurs Program back in 2016-2017. This was a project that was launched at the Global Conference for Agriculture Research and Development in Johannesburg in South Africa in 2016. In that project, we had 6 young agripreneurs that were given some seed money, some mentorship, guidance, business acumen, in order to see how far they could go with their rather brilliant ideas. It was a really global competition that brought these 6 people together. Originally there was over 400 applications, and these 6 young people were absolutely fantastic. But my role today is to talk to you a little bit about how we ended that program and how we ended it using virtual means, which is a little unusual. Given that we started off together in Joburg, after that, basically everything we did was virtual. All our program meetings, all our project meetings, all our monitoring and evaluation, all our reporting, all of our getting together was all done virtually. And this was really, truly global. We had young entrepreneurs from India, from the Philippines, from Nepal, Kenya, Ethiopia, and the Caribbean. And we had a project team that was coming from Australia, from Europe, and from my little part of the world, which is the west coast of Vancouver Island. So as you imagine, it was quite a challenge to actually keep that group together over a whole year. And we managed it. But what was probably most interesting was that we actually concluded the project virtually. And for that, we used Skype, which is well known to everybody. And I think there were some challenges with that, but there was also some opportunities that arose out of that. And I'd like to share with you today perhaps a couple of the challenges, but also what worked well about it. So granted, getting everybody's calendar psyched up together was a challenge in itself, but we did manage that. However, what we used that program, that last Skype meeting to do, was to actually not only just bring the project to a closure and everybody accept that they were part of that whole project, but they were also part of evaluating it. And so we used that last call to help evaluate the project as well. It had an evaluation program, a project done on it, and we were able to share the results with the young agripreneurs themselves. And so that call was an opportunity for them to share their stories about what they had learned, what had been challenging for them, what would they do differently going forward, given that the project had ended. And that really aided the evaluation immensely because it was their personal stories. And each one of them came to the call with a particular story that they had. And not only that those stories created meaning for them. And the project itself had meaning for them as they were telling those stories. And in those stories, we were able to come to closure. So even though it was done virtually, and it was a pity that we couldn't be face to face, but it was still a way that we could connect and we could make meaning of what we had done together for that year and share what we were going to do moving forward. And so in some ways it was the close of the project, but because we were all so used to doing this virtually, it wasn't the end of the relationships that had built up over that particular project. And I think this fact of using our virtual communication, because we are a global audience, in a really effective way. Anyway, that's my small story. By all means, please go to the YAP project on the GFAR website and find out more about it. Thanks a lot. Bye.